Good morning, students of sixth semester A and B divisions. I am Dr. S.R. Vasavareddy, teaching you this subject, as well as Professor Arvind Muddebihad will also teach you the same subject. The subjects for which we are assigned is Design of Machine Elements 2. So subject code is 18ME62. This subject of pattern of doing is same as the Design of Machine Elements 1 of the fifth semester. So here you require also the design data handbook, which you have referred earlier by the author Mahadevan Balvi Reddy or H.C. Patil. Whichever data handbook which you have practiced earlier, the same data handbook you can continue for this subject also during this particular semester. This subject is common for both 18 scheme student, 17 scheme student and 15 scheme student, subject to small differences in the content of the syllabus. 15 and 17 scheme students, module wise there is a small changes. But we go ahead with reference to 18 scheme students, and 17 and 15 scheme students can refer to these topics in which module they are going to come. We will also highlight you as and when. Okay. So today, since it is a first class, we are going to just give you the introductory aspects, saying that what are the contents of the syllabus, which books you are required to refer, which data handbook which you are required to refer, and etc. And from the next class onwards, we will go ahead with reference to the module 1. Okay. So you can see here, this is the Design of Machine Elements 2, as I said already, for 18 scheme student, 18ME62. Similarly, for 17-15, the code is going to change, but contents are going to be almost same. So we go ahead with reference to module 1. So module 1, the chapters are you are going to have these springs as one chapter, belts as another chapter, and wire ropes as another chapter. The 3 chapters have been put here. But looking at the contents of these elements, spring is one which you have already seen in many applications. Like application springs are going to be springs used in the bicycles, springs used in the sofa set, where you sit comfortably and the springs are being compressed inside, sometimes of that kind earlier old type system. Springs used in the case of automobile like clutches, and springs used in automobile where you have the above the axle you find the plates like structures. So that's also called as a spring, which we call as a leaf springs. The springs which you used in the spring balance for measuring the weights. Okay, like there are going to be many applications of the springs. So in railway wagons also you find a springs. You find a springs in the baby playing toys also. Like you find ordinary mechanical watch, there is also going to be spring for movements of the hands. So likewise, spring finds very many numerical type of applications. Then you have a belts. Belts you have seen already in many applications, like in case of workshop you might have seen lathe machines are having belts. In case of old machineries like a floor mill, so you have a V belt applications there, flat belt applications there. So you find applications of many type of belts for the power transmission. So motor power is transmitted to the machine, where machine does some work. So like in case of a floor mill, you can take simple example. There is a motor connected to the floor mill by means of the V belt, and there are pulleys. So therefore you are going to get that particular application. Like that you find many applications of the belts. Then wire ropes you find in the case of applications of lifting a loads. Okay. So also in the case of the multi-story building as elevators. So in such case, elevator is being lifted from the ground floor to the many heights of the building. So by means of the wire ropes, there you are going to have the steel wire ropes. Wire ropes, like example is you lift the water from the open well. In old villages, you find that kind of case. You use a rope, okay, cotton or jute rope, which you use for taking out a water from the open well. So like that, you find many applications of the wire ropes. So here in this particular first module, what we do when we come to the spring chapter in particular, we try to see what are the different type of springs, what are the material of the springs, and how the stresses are being acting, depends on the load applications, and then how we go ahead with the design of that. Okay, so here we do the complete design of the springs, what are the dimensions of the springs, how many turns you are going to have, likewise. When you come to the belts, so for example, you have V belt, you have a flat belt. You can see here the application, what he has done is a flat belt is 1 year and the V belt is a 1 year. So based on the type of application, we are going to select whether it's a flat belt required or V belt required, and then we design those belts for the power transmission. Okay. So then similarly for the construction of the wire ropes. Wire ropes also we design for the type of power being transmitted. So this is a particular chapter or module where we are going to deal with. So completely the theoretical aspect along with the numerical derivations any possible, we do it. Then based on the end results of the derivations or the equations available, you are going to have the variety of the examples, which can be solved by means of referring to the design data handbook. Then you are going to have the second module as the gears. So gears are fundamentally you have seen being used in the many applications like a headstock of a lathe which you have operated already in the machine shop. So you are going to have inside the gears. The gears which are being used in the case of the gearbox in the automobiles. You can see the two-wheeler is having a gearbox, four-wheeler is having a gearbox, the college bus or in general bus is also having a gearbox. So these gearbox contains the different type of gears. So in automobiles you have also seen the gearbox which is used in the rear axle. You can see bus and lorry, if you see on the rear axle at the center you have big dome like structure. This dome contains the rear gears. So many different applications calls for different types of gears. So based on that we are going to design the gears. So this is a very, very important module 2 and module 3 are very important modules which calls for the total power transmission. So power of the motor, like example is if you take a headstock of a gear, lathe machine. So what you do in lathe machine, you are going to make a turning job. Let us say you do a simple turn. So you require the job to be rotated. The tool is stationary. It moves in a lateral direction and it cuts the workpiece. So for cutting the workpiece, you require a power or the torque. So that is given by the motor. So every lathe machine is connected with respect to a small motor, maybe 5 HP motor, or depends on 10 HP motors. So this power of the motor using the belt is transmitted to the headstock where you have a gears. So gear will multiply the torque. Whether the torque can be decreased or torque can be increased depends on that the different gear ratios are being engaged. In automobile you have seen when you start the automobile, the automobile initially starts at the first gear. Then you slowly increase the speed and change to second gear. Again you change to third gear, fourth gear, and if there is no traffic, you feel like changing to a high speed as a fifth gear sometimes. So speed can be increased by means of the gear drive arrangement. And the different type of torque can be transmitted depends on the how the vehicle is being given. Simple example I try to give here. Suppose if I am riding a two-wheeler or four-wheeler, let us say, it is going to be a plain road where there is no traffic, there is no people at all, so you want to drive at a very high speed. So in that case, you try to put the fourth gear or fifth gear, and that as a result, you require less torque to drive the vehicle. So that is being manipulated by means of the gears. Suppose same vehicle you try to take into the hill station where you are driving to the hill top. So there in that case what happens, you require high torque to take the vehicle to the top. High torque means you are required to have the slow speed. So for climbing the hill station, vehicles has to move slowly so that it is going to give you more torque. So that's the things which works out in this particular case. So taking care of all these things, you are going to design the gears. So gears, in such case, we have the 4 different type of gears. Like example here, you have a spur gear. So spur gear, you are going to have one gear and helical gear is one. So these two together, you are going to be having the model number 2. Spur and helical gear are used to connect the 2 parallel axes of the shafts. So depends on this application, these 2 gears are put in one particular module. When I go to the module 3, you have a bevel gear as well as you have worm gears. So bevel gears are used for connecting inclined axis position or right angle axis position of the shafts. So if shaft axes are inclined or if they are at right angles or if they are more than right angles, obtuse angle, then they can be connected using the bevel. There are worm gates. Like example is in case of worm gates, this is going to connect the shafts which are neither parallel nor intersect. Such type of axis position can be connected by means of a worm gate. So this is depends on the shaft locations these gears are classified. Therefore, we are going to have in module 3 bevel gear. So these module 3 and 4 are very important for the student point of view, because these module 2 and 3 they are going to deal with only gears. Okay. So if one gear design procedure is clear, then remaining gears can be easily done. So procedures are almost same, except there are going to be small changes wherever required. We will highlight that changes. So therefore, students once they practice this design of the gear, so they can easily do the spur or helical gear, bevel or the worm gear. So that's very important step. Only thing, the procedure is little lengthier, which the student if follows very clearly, you can easily do it with the patience. Then when I go to the module 4, you have in the module 4 different elements totally. Elements are like a design of the clutch and design of the brakes. So these are the elements which are used in the automobiles. Okay. So you know clutches are engaged whenever you want to change the gear. So similarly, that can also be used in the case of earlier old type of machine tools, lathe machine, drilling machine, like that. So nowadays you don't find the clutches in the case of the machines. Brakes also you have seen in case of vehicles, brakes are being used to stop the motion of the vehicle. So similar things also find in the machine tools. So whatever the things we are designing here, they are all being used. All these parts are used in the automobiles. So clutch design, brake design. So it depends on how much power you want to transmit. Based on that, the clutches are being designed. So in this, you are going to have the clutches like automobile being used in automobile clutches. So you have single plate clutch, you have multi plate clutch, you have a cone clutch. 3 different variety of the clutches you are going to design in this. Brakes, you have many variety of brakes are being used, and we will see as and when. So these are the chapters where we are going to design. So here also we discuss elaborately with respect to the theoretical part, any possible equations of derivations or equations that can be directly referred to design data handbook, and how to solve the examples using the equations of the data handbook. That's a methodology what we are going to use. So in the module 5, lubrication and bearings. So you have lubricants. Lubrications you have seen normally used to avoid the friction between the 2 parts which are in contact, in rotary contact or motion contact. Such lubrication properties we are going to study here. So different variety of lubrications, types of lubrications, how they are being used, different types of general bearings, and here important is hydrodynamic general bearings are being designed. That's in this particular chapter. Then in the next one is anti-friction bearings. This is nothing but the ball and roller bearing which we are used. So basically from the childhood we use this ball and roller bearing. In bicycles we use it. All machine tools we use it. All automobiles we use ball bearing. And even the ceiling fans, the table fans, ceiling fans, you find the ball bearing. So there is no automobile or there is no equipment or there is no instruments or there is no machine tools without the application of the ball. So therefore, in this particular important machine element, in this particular chapter, we study only design of the ball and roller bearing. It depends on the type of load which it is going to take. Then here, the university has also prescribed assignment. It is not the assignment what the local we are giving you. It is the university prescribed assignment in the form of the coursework includes the design project. So this is going to be the project which you are going to do apart from the mini project. Mini project is one different total subject itself. But this design project is going to come as an assignment in this particular subject, where you are going to make a group of 4 students. You can see group of inflow should be about 4. So whatever group you formulate for mini project, the same group we take over here. And then you should submit assembly drawing, part drawings, completely dimensioned, and then a design project must include the appropriate solid edge modeling software, computer generated drawings, then design calculations must be handwritten, should include in the report. So finally you are supposed to submit to the department a report, one single report which contains all these things. That means whatever the example we are going to give you. So a simple example is, I want to ask you design the screw jack. Screw jack design you have done in the design of machine elements 1 already in the 5th semester. So complete design of the screw jack you have to do. You have to do the part drawing, assembly drawing and the CAD drawing. Then make a report of that and submit to the department after the subject comes. So that is going to be considered. You can see a design project should be given a due credit in the internal assessment. Okay, so that is called as assignment. So like assignment, whatever you have normally for other subjects, where the professors are going to give assignment 1, 2, 3 before the start of the first IA, second IA, third IA, then you are going to write a solutions for that. Then all the 3 assignments together, they will assign you 10 marks. Then the 3 internal assessment tests will give you 30 marks average. So totally 30 plus 10 is going to give 40 marks as the internal. Similarly, here in the design of machine elements too, 3 internal assessment tests are being conducted which are going to give you 30 marks. And 10 marks we are going to give you for this assignment. This assignment is nothing but a design project which you have to do. The problem we are going to give you which you are required to solve, and we are there to help you for all the possible aspects. One thing, you have to make your sincere effort to approach the staff member and do the project, the design project. Then the course outcomes are there, you need not worry about this. The question paper pattern, you can see the question paper pattern is same as what conventional design 1 subject you had. You have 5 modules. In each module you are required to choose any one question which is carrying 20 marks full. So there will be 5 questions, 5 into 20, 100 marks you are going to give the answer. The 100 marks will be reduced later 60 marks by the university. Then you can see the books. The first book what we have is Shigley Mechanical Design. So this is Richard Budnias and Miss Burt. Then you Fundamentals of Machine Component Design. You have the Juvenal. This is the book, and Design of Machine Elements by V.V. Bhandari. Design of Machine Advanced 2 by Annaya and Gupta, Chandragupta. So these are the textbooks, what we call it, title of the books. So mainly we call this a textbook, where the syllabus is extracted out of this particular textbook. So, and all these books are available in the college library. Then you have the reference books. Reference book one is the machine design of machine and integrated approach by Norton. So design of one second. Okay. Third is machine design by Somani. Then elements of machine design by Patil, H. Patil and Pili. Design of machine elements by Krishna Rao. Then design data handbook Maitra Prasad. Mechanical handbook of mechanical design. So out of all these things, whichever the book you feel the available in the library, you can purchase and refer. But apart from this, we are also going to give our systematic handwritten notes to you. Okay. Either you can make a PDF and refer directly through your mobile or the laptop, or otherwise you can make a Xerox of that and refer as the notes. Then the handbook which you are required on this is a design data handbook by Lingaya, design data handbook by Madhavan Balvireddy, design data H. Patil, and design data handbook by PhD College Coimbatore. So these are the books which are permitted for examination of the VTU. Any of the books you can take. So normally the design data handbook which we use here for the reference is the Madhavan and Balvireddy book. If some students are using H. Patil, we can continue to do it, but equation number other things are going to get changed. So this is the general overall the subject's content. We are going to deal these things to the students, and when we meet next class, we are going to start directly the module 1. Under that we start with the springs. So until I complete all the spring part, so I will be handling, after I complete the spring part, belts and wire ropes are handled by Professor Arvind Mudhyadila. Okay, so we do the things in that particular manner. So students are informed to continue this aspect, and the parallel scheme students also have the same contents. The only thing, this springs which I am doing, it is there in the module 1 for 18 scheme. The springs are there in the module 2 for the parallel scheme students of 15 and 17. So these are staggered here and there, so but contents are more or less. And parallel scheme, they have one module which is totally different from this, so that we will explain separately for the parallel scheme students later, once we complete the portion for these boys. Okay, so thank you. Any queries are there, anything you feel like asking, you can put me in the comment box of the YouTube. So write your USN number, it's compulsory, which we take it towards your attendance. Okay. Then if there are any queries, you can put through comment box also, or you can directly phone us for making the queries. Okay, thank you.